Question: has anyone else dealt with this? I don't think it's dating anxiety since I have no issues going on dates, plus getting to know someone, but I've definitely been feeling dating burnout on dating apps. I do enjoy the conversation and scheduling the date, but once the date gets closer, I'm just mentally not feeling it and end up canceling. I've been on so many dates and it just doesn't go anywhere or the guy isn't the right fit. I'm taking a small dating app break at the moment and much prefer meeting someone in person at an event rather than the dating app. Maybe it's dating app burnout. Maybe it's feeling burnout by dating in general. I'm going to shift my focus to go into more events. But maybe I should just force myself to go on the next dating app date that I schedule. To note, I do all my first dates as video dates as a screener before in person dates. My internal dialogue is I don't want to drop what I'm doing to go on a date that will probably just be okay or fine or likely not go anywhere. Thoughts or advice? Thank you.
Oh, this is relatable. But I think like she said she's canceling the dates though.
Mm-hmm.
When she needs to go in person. So like is there some sort of fear there? Like I don't know why schedule the date if she doesn't want to go in the end. Like I don't see how she has a date to go on, won't go on that, but convinces herself she'll go to events and go meet people there. Like you can't even, baby, you can't, you're not even leaving the house. Leave the house.
What I thought, I was like, wait, this is something a little contradictory.
Like what? Because I do the same thing. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna go on dating apps. I'm gonna go outside. That's actually my 2025 thing.
So,
But
okay.
um I think like if you have the date set up, doing a video call is actually good too.
Yeah,
Sometimes like depending, because
video.
like you could see how the vibe is before. But
Mm-hmm.
if she saw how the vibe was and said, okay, I think we should go on the date, I think she should explore that. Like it's worth it because you're missing out. Sometimes also you can't read people's vibes over text or video, and then when you are in person, it's
No,
good.
I'm
And there's also the
listening.
vice versa where
Yes. They could text you all day, but in person, mute and you carrying the conversation. Oh, so
this is
draining.
not an interview.
I know. Yeah.
But burnout is real. I think that taking breaks is
Yeah.
definitely,
Number
and when
one.
you go back on though, I think that you need to have a strategy. As
Okay.
the dating coach that we
Yes.
like,
Mr.
um
Sassy. What's his
and
name?
Anwar,
Yes, Sassy.
he always says you need a strategy. Like you can't just, I think, and obviously I'm not in his coaching program,
Yeah.
but he says like some of the things he teaches people to do is have a strategy of what you're going to do on the dating app so that you can get to probably vet the person and
Mhm.
also go on the date versus just going on there and being a pen pal, because some people just want someone to talk to. They
Mm-hmm.
have no goal. They just want to chit chat, chit chat, chit chat. It's like, are
Right.
we going on this date or not?
Right.
But I think having a strategy when you go on. So like
Yeah. What's
the
gonna
whole Olympic
strategy?
medalist thing.
Olympic
Like,
medalist?
yes, I've been trying now to be like, it's only max three people that you're chatting with
Yes.
on the dating app, and then you
Realist.
have a gold, silver, and bronze medalist.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then if the bronze medalist is now not like speaking to you as much, by then add on, and now they're competing, and maybe like per week you could try to see, okay, out of the three I'm gonna go on one date with one of them, or if
Mm-hmm.
you're someone else that likes to go on more dates, maybe go on all
Yeah.
dates to be able to decide. But
I
you
do
definitely
like
gotta be
I do like
competing.
the talking to three. I think three is good. It's not too much. It's not too little because I feel like when you like the person, especially when you like them more in the beginning, oh gosh, when they don't text you back, it's the death of you. You just
Now you
can't
stressing
move.
them.
Yeah, you like thinking about them all the time. But so you need three because the the other two, the bronze and the silver, is to help you take the pressure off the gold. Because there's always somebody I feel like that does rise up to the top where you're like, man, this interaction, I like this the most. And then the
Yep.
other two is just to help occupy your time a little bit. And then sometimes like you need more time to get to know somebody, even though you have a
Yeah.
number one. Some the silver might jump up to the goal after some time. So
I
yeah.
was just gonna say the number one usually is not the one because
Yes,
they'll end up silver ends up being like the
yes,
prevailing winner. Yeah. So you
yes,
just never
yes.
know. And obviously this is just beginning phases. Nobody's saying like go actually be in a relationship with three people
No.
until you
Just when you're talking. And then I remember I used to like when I was
because
talking
someone's
to
gonna think we mean dating three people. That's not what
no.
we
Just
mean.
while you're doing the talking stage and texting. And I remember I used to do this little dance whenever I was telling Courtney about who I'm talking to, I'll be like, rotation. Because I think what's her name? It had to be insecure or something when she was like, oh, it's a rotation. When she was trying to
Yvonne?
what
Molly?
one of them on the show. So
Maybe Kelly, between Kelly and Molly.
one of them, and it literally would be like when one kick off, I'll be like, well, that didn't work out, but I did another one. And I think you should do three for sure because
It definitely
yeah,
helps with the pressure
attachment. Oh,
because then you become too much. You like why you didn't text me back or like
girl, and I
baby now
was
you ruining.
for that. Okay, like let me tell you, the anxious attachment thing is
Sorry.
so real,
But
so
like we
real.
had one good conversation. Are we not together? Like what do you mean we're not together?
What are you doing?
No, like yeah, I think, but I think like she needs to go on a date.
She
She
does. I'm
go on a date, babes. There's no way you're going to events to meet people and you can't even go on the dates that are scheduled.
right, because she was like, "Oh, I have to stop what I'm doing to go on a date." I'm like, "You gotta
Yeah,
stop what you're doing
that's
to go out, to go out." Like, what?
but that's kind of how it works. You have to stop
You
what you're
have to
doing to
stop what you're doing.
what do we what? That was kind of odd. It feels like also she maybe hasn't figured out how dating fits into her life. And someone told me, I don't know where I heard this from, maybe a dating coach, that they were saying like have an idea of like where you're going to fit in this person that you're dating or where your time is going to come from to allocate to this person. Because if you don't create the space or the time, they're not going to fit in. So, like, there's so many people who I'll start chit chatting and they're like, I'm really so busy. I'm dealing with this like business idea. It's like, that's fine. But you knew that when you started dating, that means you should have had an idea of like, how much time or which time am I allocating even
Good.
though I know I'm going to be building this business. You always have to do that. So it's like, oh, Saturdays now, 2 to 4 are going to be our time to go to the park. So I'm always going to have those kind of available so that if the person wants to go out on a date, I know that's always available time.
Yeah. Right.
I just
Dating
don't
coach.
apply it. I just don't apply the gems, but I got them.
No, that's good. That is good, right? Because the people who like always busy, how you going and bring somebody in, right? Like in all seriousness, you can't.
I literally went on a date with somebody and it was going
Mhm.
kind of okay, I guess. And at the end, I was like, oh, okay, so because they were really so busy. Like, actually, when we left the date, we walked to my train and he was going on the way to go pick up something for his business. So he literally just fit that in and then back to business. I was like, so where are you gonna find the time? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I was like, oh no, you're bye bye. Because like you haven't even thought about that. So maybe they would think about that later, but I don't want to be the person to bring that up for you because now I'm going to seem like I'm taking you away from things that you should be doing. It's
Like
like,
it's
no,
a
go do those. Yeah, go
yeah.
do those things as well, but just make time.
Right. And I think it definitely depends on where you are in your career too, because in Alabama, that was early stages career. I had time. I wasn't working late, like not for real, like maybe during close, the first 2 weeks
Oh
of the
yeah.
month I'm busy. But then at the end of the month, I have all the time. Like when and I texted you about this earlier today, like I was so spoiled in Alabama that like yeah, you should like if you're busy, you really gotta schedule it to fit this person. That's really good advice.
You do. Because
Yeah.
how's that gonna work?
Yeah. Like if I'm slaving away, I really do not have time. So yeah, so you gotta be intentional about it.
But
All right.
girl, good luck. Tell me how it goes. Tell me what you do. Maybe I'll do the same thing.
What
Maybe I'll
this
do. No, I'm definitely gonna go to the event. So I will be reporting
is?
back once I
Yes.
figure out because it's New York. There's events all the time.
Right. But then
I'm gonna
is
need what, $1,000 a month
I
at
know.
this point.
The other thing, you have to spend money.
Oh yeah,
Isn't the advice to go to events that you're interested in?
yeah.
Okay.
Go to
So
events you're interested in.
mhm.
And then apparently you're supposed to pretend like someone was supposed to meet you and they didn't. Because why are you there by yourself?
Oh, I
But I
haven't
don't
heard
like that because I'm gonna forget.
yeah. Yes.
Now we're in a
Yeah.
relationship and
I'm
you're
like, I
like, what was
don't
that friend? I don't remember.
yeah, I'll be like, what friend? Who?
What friend?
Oh,
Which
oh, oh.
like,
Right, right.
friend? Knowing she live in Dallas, like what? I don't like that. But apparently it's because it would be weird for you
Hmm.
to just be there by yourself.
But
Or
that's
maybe come across too desperate perhaps. Like, how's
yeah,
it desperate? I'm just going to enjoy what I like enjoying.
yeah, I think that's fine. That might be people overcompensating for something they already believe.
Yeah,
But yeah, I do think go to events.
we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, yeah. All right.